I know you like Awolowo, right?
Absolutely.
Why do you like Awolowo?
I think Awolowo was a visionary in the mold of not many people in the world. The things he saw, the vision that he foresaw for Nigeria, and some documented, and the battles he had in his life was to see us get to a certain place in Africa, in the world, and even for ourselves in Nigeria. At the time they led in the Western region, let me use an example that still stands today. Think of the Odua group. There were certain people that set up and said, you know what, while it was the Western region, Western Nigeria, there were certain investments that were made. There were strategic actions taking into the future. Think of free and compulsory education. When you educate a child and you open the mind, whatever you do with that child, you can't quite bring it back to the previous state. These were people who did these things for the generality of the people. And for someone like an Awolowo, people now mold their policies, their politics in the mold of an Awo because he was a real visionary. I've studied quite some of his work and some of the writings, original writings that he had. And it's even against the tide of the time. It took time to document that this is where we are going, this is where we should go. Some were implemented without the real spirit of it. So think of the African Union, for instance, and the Organization of African Union, for instance. The thinking at that time, once it becomes political, purely political, for instance, you lose some of the fervor that is inbuilt into that construct. But leaders of that nature, we need to encourage people to be built on that model and then move us forward, because you need thinkers. It's the thinkers of our time that would shape the future for us. The thinkers in science, the thinkers in industry, the thinkers in finance, the thinkers, the visionaries, who then stay the course to see. It's not like you will make mistakes. You will make mistakes. But that visioning is important. The direction, the set direction, where it goes, and then staying the course, I think is important.
So should I say that you are inspired by the ideals of Awolowo?
Absolutely, yes.